Did the idea of starting your own business ever came to you? If yes, then let me ask you this. Did you ever start a business from scratch but still stopped somewhere in the middle? If this is you, I want you to take a close look at this 30 seconds video where Elon Musk explains exactly how you feel when starting a business.
When you first start a company, there's lots of optimism and things are great. And then, so happiness at first is high. Then you encounter all sorts of issues. And happiness will steadily decline. And then you'll go through a whole world of hurt. And then eventually, if you succeed, and in most cases you will not succeed. And Tesla almost didn't succeed, came very close to failure. Then if you succeed, then after a long time, you will finally get back to happiness.
Now, let me explain what he means by that. Let's create an example. Let's say that you started a Shopify store. If you do not know what Shopify is basically an e-commerce platform that helps businesses build an online store. But let's say that this is you. You began by doing some research, you got a domain, you found a product, you created a website, and then you tried to advertise your product. After putting some effort into it, you ended up with low results or none whatsoever. You stopped. Now let me ask you this. What exactly happened there? I mean, you had your idea, you had your plan, you had your expectations, but it still didn't work. If this resonates with you, I suggest watch this video until the end because you might actually find the answers you need. So guys, something that you need to understand is that when you started that business, when you had this idea, you were just a big ball of emotions with an idea. You probably didn't know much about Shopify. You didn't know how to find the right product, how to create a good ad, how to create a good website or anything like that, which is why you gave up. Or is that so? Is it really just the lack of knowledge that made you stop? Let's take a look at this photo. This chart is called the emotional cycle of change. Here you can see exactly how your emotions change throughout different stages when trying to do something new. Now let's begin with stage number 1, which is uninformed optimism. At this stage you don't know anything about what you are getting yourself into, but you believe that, hey, I can do this. Right there you are throwing yourself into something that you have no idea about, which is completely fine. I mean, you have to start somewhere. Then you go to stage number 2, which is informed pessimism. Here is where you realize that you actually don't know anything. Here you start facing some problems, some issues, and even though you are putting so much effort into it, you see no results. Now we jump to stage number 3, which is called the valley of despair. Here at this stage is where most of the time you quit. You start telling yourself that this is way too hard, way too complicated, and that you cannot do it. Now, each time you started any business, you were just repeating the stages 1, 2, 3. You were stuck in this loop. By showing you this, I'm trying to tell you that it's not really just the lack of knowledge that made you stop. It's simply your emotions. Which simply brings us to stage number 4, which is informed optimism. Now here is where the whole game begins to change. Here at this stage is where you decided to push through and break this loop. Which simply brings us to stage number 5, which is success and fulfillment. You now succeeded and you achieved your goal. By understanding this, the next time you have that big idea, you know exactly what you gotta do. Thanks for watching this video. I really hope I could provide you with some value, and if I did, please subscribe, follow. This way you can let me know that I should be doing more videos just like this. See you next time.